hear Dingus singing a song of his people, so we're gonna go let him in. What's the matter, Dingus? Oh, don't climb me. I'm not a tree. Alright, here I go in. My rotund little house panther. Welcome everybody. This is an old video, but I am redoing it to add some information because in the previous version I didn't really give any. So the first thing that you are witnessing here is our power drop being installed. This cost us $3,026 and I believe we got this done in 2018. So that was 2 years ago at this point. This next part was during the excavation of the driveway. They came across some Romex and they also came across the septic pipe right in the middle of the driveway that had to be rerouted. So they're just kind of looking over the stuff they found here. The house is here. Yay! And last but not least, this is the house kit that we had delivered. We purchased an arched cabin house kit. It is a steel house kit. We purchased a 20 by 32 and the total cost that we paid in 2017, including delivery, was $13,032.50. Thank you, Bob. You're amazing.
It's an adventure!
Yeah!
It's getting foggy.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the costs associated with this arch cabin build. We are not done building yet, so this is just very beginning stuff. First off, we got some very basic plans from the arch cabin company, but we still had to hire an architect to finish the plans in order to get them permitted. We paid her $1,570. So I think the first step that we had to do was get our soil tested to make sure it could handle the structure of the house. And we had to submit that with the drawings and everything in order to get permitted. So the soil test was first. The initial soil test was $1,550, and after we were permitted and did the initial excavation, we had to get an open hole inspection, which was $325. So the total for all of the soil testing required to build the house was $1,875. Now for the permits required to build our arched cabin, we had to start with a driveway permit for $50, a pre-site inspection for $40, and our total cost for permits, that includes all of our first inspections, was $1,797, and that brings us to a total of $1,887 for all of the permitting. In the video, I was just commenting to Mike at how lightweight some of the materials were. So we both feel like putting this together is really not going to be that much of a big deal. The stuff is a lot lighter than I anticipated. So we stuck with the initial plans, which were written with a post and pier foundation. I would highly recommend to all of you to at least hire an architect to flesh out those plans with a crawl space at the very least, or a basement. I'm kind of regretting the decision not to do that at this point. Since we are talking about foundation, let's talk about the concrete costs. So with our post and pier foundation, we had 12 piers, and I believe they were about 5 feet tall. Our total cost for the concrete, and this was poured this year in 2020, our total cost was $1,020.40. Another cost that I can give you just outright is our excavation cost. We paid $14,062.70. Part of that is we ran into the septic line in the driveway at one point, so Bob the builder and Mike had to reroute the entire thing. That cost a pretty penny. Plus, there's also an easement being installed between our house and Mike's mom's house because her driveway was not at all usable for the permit. So we just put in an easement so that she could get permitted and just use our driveway. So I ran out of video to do voiceover on, but I still had more information that I wanted to share with you. So here we are. I did already pay for tile and a sink for one of the bathrooms. I paid $563.10 for tile and a sink. It is all Day of the Dead stuff. I may or may not use it. It may end up in a workshop. I'm not sure yet. I'm back and forth. The other thing that we purchased was a shipping container that will be used to hold all of our stuff right now and keep it out of the weather. After we're done with our house build, it's probably going to become a metal workshop. We paid $3,344.25 for that. That includes delivery. That thing has been amazing and I love it. I have touched on this before, but it's worth saying again. If you're going to do this, manage your expectations on what you're going to expect to start. I really thought that we would be permitted right away and we would have this house up in like a year, but we're on the 3rd year and we're just getting started. Most other YouTubers I've run across, it's the same thing. It takes like 2 to 3 years for them to get started. So don't expect to be off the ground running. If you've gotten off the ground running, I'm really excited for you because it's just been a challenge here. We just finished our septic line going from the septic tank to the house. The previous owner had already had a lot of infrastructure in place. So septic was already in place, the well was already in place, so we were good on that. We just have to run the service lines from those spots where he had them set up to the house. So the first thing we did was the septic line. That cost us a grand total of $164.48. It came out to $3.46 per foot. So just to give you an idea of that cost. Costs are up due to all the weirdness with supply chain stuff this year. So keep that in mind when you're figuring out your costs for building your own home. I'm really hoping this will just give somebody out there who's wanting to do a project like this a general idea of the cost. It's going to vary wildly based on the size of the house kit you get and what you're finishing. Most of my costs are probably going to be kitchen and bathroom because I have things I want. There's going to be a lot of very basic things that I don't really care about. So we'll try to keep that updated because when we were thinking about doing this, we couldn't find any information anywhere. We still can't really find any information anywhere. So I hope that you guys get something out of this. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And get out there and do the thing. I know you can. Hi guys, it's Allie. If you enjoyed the video you just watched, do us a favor, click on that thumbs up button. And while you're at it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.